Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stan Laurel and Mr. Oliver Hardy.
Stan and Ollie is about Laurel and Hardy.
These two old friends who just happen to be the most famous comedy duo who have ever lived.
The beautiful thing about this story was you go inside of their relationship and we try to capture like what happened to create that magic.
It's about friendship and love between two men. It'll make people laugh and it'll make people cry.
Here's another nice mess you've gotten me into.
Stan Ollie starts in 1937 Hollywood at the height of fame, and they're the biggest movie stars in town at that point. And we fast forward to 1953, and it's about them going on their last live British tour.
It's been 16 years since they were at their peak. They haven't made a decent Laurel and Hardy film for a long time. It was tough for them.
They started doing these theatrical tours. Out of necessity, they were broke and they needed to make some money.
I am lonesome for you.
We were very lucky because we got our #1 choices in both roles. Steve was the first person and the only person I met about it, and John C. Reilly the same.
I thought it would be a difficult, because it's quite a hard thing to pull off because they're these two iconic figures who are so well known and well loved. It's a big responsibility.
Steve and I realized from the very beginning, well, there's no way to do this unless I really love you. And so we learned to love each other.
Now he's a very good friend of mine, and that's what we hoped would happen, and he hoped would happen. And it's tough making a film like that. You hold each other's hand. That was a bit like Stan and Ollie when they toured together. So there's a symbiosis between the story and our actual experience.
Do we really need that trunk?
So the whole process of making Steve and John into Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy was a long one, you know, particularly getting Hardy right, because there was a lot more prosthetic involved for John. There was the fat suit that had to be made, the facial stuff, there was contact lenses, there was wig. I mean, John spent 3 hours in makeup every day. It was unbelievable. Steve's process was probably slightly easier. He needed little things, like he said, he needed to flatten down his chin, some teeth, the ears to get pinned forward.
It really helped because I look in the mirror and see someone different. It gives you a clue, it gives you a little window. You think, oh, I think I know who that is behind that look, because I look at myself and I thought what I saw was very different from me.
When they first walked out, it was kind of like a teary moment. All the crew were there and everybody just started applauding because it was just incredible.
It would have been nice to say hello to my husband without immediately being pressed into one of your skets.
We were lucky enough to work with Shirley Henderson and Nina Arianda. Nina plays Stan's wife and Shirley plays Ollie's wife. And they come along and they're their own sort of duo too.
I've worked my entire life to get where I am.
Well, hey, I had a job.
Yeah, poo-poo, script lady.
Well, how's your acting career these days?
No.
Yes.
The reason why we didn't want to do a sort of relatively conventional biopic was we wanted to create something which new and old audiences could enjoy. Laurel and Hardy have huge fans around the world.
They show that there's something timeless about certain kinds of comedy.
The reason they stand the test of time is because they were utterly unique.
It's a very universal story. It's about love, it's about friendship, you know. It's about relationships, you know. And if you've got a heart, you're going to love this film. If you're a bit of a softie, you're going to love this film.
What's the matter?
My head hurts!
I'll get a doctor.
No!
Laurel and Hardy probably have been the most important double act to comedy ever. You only need to see them, a lot of people who are fans of theirs across the globe, all, you know, you name it, all the big comedians, they always sort of reference Laurel and Hardy.
Do we really need that trunk?
A lot of young people don't know who Laurel and Hardy are, but if you show them a picture of Laurel and Hardy, they go, oh, it's those guys in the bowler hats.
It's almost like their trademark, that shape of their bodies and their hats is something that is just burned in everyone's consciousness.
Good afternoon, folks.
Hello? Oh, ma'am, if you're buying tickets, tell them you're friends of ours. He'll charge you extra.
2 seats, front row.
Laurel and Hardy had this sense about them when you watched their work that they loved human beings. They had compassion for the human condition. The jokes were always on them because they were foolish. You know, they'd poke fun at the kind of social norms of the time, but ultimately, this seems to be the message of their work is like, aren't human beings ridiculous and aren't they beautiful?
Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy were best friends.
They're both very different people and they had different interests outside of work, so they weren't all that social when they were working together on the films.
Stan was a workaholic. Ollie was a guy who didn't want to be around a set unless he was working, who would golf, who would go and, you know, bet on the horses.
The fact that they were such different people also, I think, surprises people.
But they loved each other. They really loved each other.
You can't have Hardy without Laurel.
It was Stan Laurel did a lot of the writing and sort of shadow directing. They would have a director every time, but Stan would kind of set things up and then the director would sort of execute them.
So we're on a wide 2 shot here, Stan, just like you wanted.
And Oliver's job was just to, he was a sounding board for a lot of the material. Stan would present ideas and Oliver would go, that's funny.
I think I'd rather poke you in the eye.
He'd make suggestions and then Stan would put that into writing.
My room in 10 minutes.
Your room in 10 minutes.
I've got to run those lines.
Really?
Laurel and Hardy's significance in comedy is huge because they're still with us 100 years later, almost. Good comedy crosses the barriers of time. You know, that something that made someone laugh 100 years ago still makes people laugh now, and there's something really wonderful about that. The comedy they did will never die. It will be there perpetually.
Who's playing Laurel and Hardy, please?
And the poster says they're here in person.
2 seats.
So the whole process of making Steve and John into Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy was a long one, you know, particularly getting Hardy right, because there was a lot more prosthetic involved for John. There was the fat suit that had to be made, there was the facial stuff, there was contact lenses, there was wig. Mark Cooley, who did the prosthetics, he's a double Oscar winner.
As soon as I found out John C. Reilly was playing Hardy and Steve Coogan was playing Laurel, I couldn't actually think of anybody better, any pair that would be better than those two.
For the time we were shooting this film, this area right here was exposed and this area on my flats of my hands, that's it. The rest of my body was encased in prosthetics or a fat suit. It was like wearing a mask on your whole body, and that mask was so convincing that it made me believe, sort of from the outside in, that I could play the character.
This is one of the fat suits. It's made in 2 sections, so we've got trousers and a top, which pull on separately and zip together. And under here, we've got little weighted bags, lead shot, basically, because John wanted to feel some weight built into the suit, so it actually felt heavy to him.
It really affected the way he walked. It did make him move in a different way.
The prosthetics are destroyed when you take them off, so it's a new set of prosthetics for each day of filming. We will have 40 heads. John's makeup is broken up into 2 sections. It's the neck piece, which is over here, and then the face piece here. this would actually be sat on here. This is the plastic membrane, which is very fine, and that's what dissolved into the skin.
Steve's process was probably slightly easier. He needed little things.
He's got a chin piece, ear tips, just to make the ear stick out at the top.
It really helped because I look in the mirror and see someone different, and it helps you, it gives you a clue. You think, oh, I think I know who that is behind that look, because I'd look at myself and I thought what I saw was very different from me.
When they first walked out on the camera test, it was kind of like a teary moment. All the crew were there and everybody just started applauding because it was just incredible. And when you see the movie, you'll see that they have encapsulated these two characters physically and through, you know, performance as well. I don't think we could have done any more to get them to where they had to be as the real guys, you know.
Come in.
Hello, Ollie.
I didn't expect to see you here today.
Well, I didn't have anything better to do, so I thought I'd come and see you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What took you so long?
Well, they said no visitors, so I told them that I was your son, and it worked like a charm.
My son. You have a lot of nerve telling them I was your father.
Well, I couldn't tell them that you were my mother.
Of course you couldn't. I've never even been married. What have you got there?
I brought you some hard-boiled eggs and some nuts.
Now, you know I can't eat hard-boiled eggs and nuts. If you wanted to bring me something, why didn't you bring me a box of candy?
Well, they cost too much.
What has that got to do with it?
And you still haven't paid me for the last box I brought you. Have what?
No, I'd rather not. Hard-boiled eggs and nuts. Mm!
certainly is.
Give me that. Where have you been?
I was right here.
Well, I was here. I didn't see you.
Well, I was here. You didn't see me.
You didn't see me.
That's what I just said. You didn't see me.
I looked everywhere.
And I was trying to help you.
Why didn't you tell me where you were?
Well, I didn't know where I was, so how could I tell you where you were?
I know where I am.
I know what happened. We were both here, just not at the same time.
Not at the same time. That one. Now we've missed our train. What is it?
You've got my hat on.